Okay. Gentlemen, welcome to our Mindset Acceleration Clinic of the week. So I'll let you guys jump on. Okay, those of you who are coming on live inside of Zoom. Okay, I'm having issues with Zoom at the minute. I can't find the link to stream live on Facebook, but we are recording. So we will upload the recording shortly afterwards. Guys, welcome. So we've got Thomas in the house. We've got Fergus in the house so far. Okay. So we're going to share the screen. All right, we're going to go in and do our weekly check-ins as we do every week for you guys. Okay. So I'm just back from the hospital, having my blood tests, MOT every 6 months. I get checked up. Yeah, it's a good thing to do. I get it as part of my diabetes management plan. When's the last time you got checked up? Let us know. When's the last time you had a health MOT? Blood tests, urine samples, hearing, vision, the works. Okay, we're going to share the screen. All right, let's go live. Here we go. Okay, so we're going to do the check-ins, lads. All right, once we have done the check-ins, we're going to do a little training. All right, a little training on neuroplasticity, reframing events. So 3 weeks ago for Thomas. Nice, Thomas, good. And what kind of results did you get there? Happy? Not so happy? Fergus last year, an angiogram. Yes, I remember you've mentioned this. Thomas, amazing. Nice, good shit. That's what happens when you're involved with us down here. Okay. All right, lads. Let's have a look. So we've got Fergus here. All right, wins, upped workouts, more intense. Number 2, manage myself better under pressure, kept calm, go on with it. Perfect. Consistent now with routines. Why the wins? Pushing myself in workouts for better results. I would usually get annoyed or frustrated and give up. Routine habit locked into my daily activity for awareness and planning ahead. Nice, Fergus. Interesting. So I would usually get annoyed or frustrated and give up. So what's different this time? What's led to the change? Why are you not getting frustrated? And why are you not giving up? Okay, pop it in the chat. So question 2A, okay, targets, improve nutrition, schedule workouts and walking, more time for journaling. Achieved yes to all 3. Plan ahead, track food, the body's capable of more if you try. Don't rush routines, journaling, they are there to help you. Catch up on mastery work, continue workouts with more intensity. Talking of mastery work, Fergus, did we get what we said we're going to do done? I think it was last night at 9:30, wasn't it? Continue workouts, more intensity, continue to concentrate on good nutrition. 3B, I give a commitment to be the man of your word, strive to be better and grow. I do the odd cheat meal, so to allow this, the majority of the week needs to be on point nutrition-wise. Nice. Schedule time for mastery work, schedule exercise, continue to push myself, plan meals in advance. Cool. Fergus, different mindset now. Yes, indeed. Okay, Brendan. Wins. Got out for a hike, tackled difficult issues straight away and head on. Had real feeling of calm confidence all week. Why the wins? Wins because didn't mess around when difficult stuff happened and had the confidence to sort them straight away. Getting back on the hills is always a win for me. Right, got Brendan logging in just now. Did we hit them? Yes to all three. Learn to not to put difficult stuff off and run towards the challenge, not away from it. Target this week is to keep doing what I'm doing. It matters because I feel like I'm improving every week. Keep the vision and remind myself why I am doing this. Okay, Brendan, good. Fergus, all right, yes, spent an hour and a quarter last night. We'll finish rest at 9:30 p.m. tonight. Cool. So Fergus is doing the perfect day exercise at the minute. How did you find it, by the way? How are you finding this, Fergus? Okay, now we've got George McLaughlin, who's just had his week 5 check-in call. Okay, amazing results for George, over a stone weight loss. Looking the part, right? Big difference in body, getting loads of comments from people, fitness up. Okay, cut out his drinking quite a bit. He was drinking over 5,000 calories a week before he joined us. Right now, he's only having 1 or 2 bottles at the weekend with his wife. So big, massive difference. And congratulations, George. Right, wins for George: losing 4 inches off my waist and losing over a stone in weight. 2, had a crap week last week, but kept my head in the game, pushing through to keep on track. So the training we're going to do today, right, is actually going to be like a system, the Indestructible system, for actually dealing with when shit goes sideways, dealing when crap happens in life, and why it's actually like there's a lot of power and lessons and shit that you can learn from when shit doesn't go according to plan, when you fall short of what you had planned. Okay. Number 3, managed 2 games of golf this week. Why the wins? There wins because 5 weeks ago I never thought I could change. Goals last week: 3 goals worth. Get back on track, catch up on homework, and get my exercise back on track. Yes, all 3. What I learned was, yes, there is going to be days when it doesn't work out. Shit happens, and these days don't happen very often if you're well organized. 3, what is targets this week? Plan meals out of the week and vegetables in at least 1 meal a day. Keep on track with water intake. Matters because these things, although small, have a big impact on where I want to be. What needs to be done: stay focused and engaged in the process. Okay, good stuff, George. So welcome to the other side. Thomas, all right, here we go. 3 wins from Thomas. We've got 5 kilometers completed in less than 32 minutes. Not bad timing at all there. Did not waste time with negative people. Went on 2 dates. Hey, Thomas, 2 dates. Not bad at all there. All right. Why the wins? I thought I was too old to achieve a run in that space of time. Well, you thought wrong. People whom I worked hard to want them to love and accept me did not respect who I am. So it's been a huge learning in life that I have to let go. Yep. Always thought I was wrong and didn't deserve to be happy. Okay. Process goals last week: food planning, exercise, and creating a healthy mind space. Health-free, yes. Lesson: planning food is an art of achievement. To reach the goal, changing your thoughts can change your way of living and understanding life. Target this week: continue changing the old path I was on. This is create a new me that I'm starting to love. Why does it matter? There's a great feeling of hope, growing with myself. What needs to be done: continue with food plan and exercise, dig into the self-talk to tell myself how much I love me. Beautiful. Thomas, how are you doing with the mirror work this week? Okay, moving on. Let's go, Stuart. Checked in here. So, week 7 for Stuart. Top 3 wins: best family long weekend break in Cornwall, completed on an acquisition at work, got exercise in. Why the wins? 1 sec, let's have a look what Thomas says. Thomas is still waiting for the book. Okay, now that's been a while. Over a week, is it not, Thomas? Okay. Why the wins for Stuart? A weekend away with some unhealthy foods, but I don't feel guilty. I have the right mindset to get back on track and get on with the goals. My wife has noticed my mental mind shift and said it was a fantastic time away. Helped my new approach. Beautiful. Nice. Process goals last week. Introduce journaling into morning routine. 5 reasons why, and join advanced nutrition. Actually, let's add you in now. Let's add you in. Stuart. Here we go. Add. Welcome. Okay, that's Stuart in the Advanced Nutrition Accountability Group. Okay, lesson. 5 reasons why enjoying advanced nutrition. Perfect. Okay, lesson learned that I'm still moving forward, that I am empowered to make my own decisions and be happy with them. Target this week, catch up on training, hit my process goals, and get 4 exercise sessions in. Nice. Why does it matter? I want a good week to set me up for the month ahead of reaching my target weight loss by week 12. What needs to be done? Eat well, think well, and exercise well. All right, Stuart, beautiful. Okay, guys, what's your takeaway? Insight from the check-ins. Fergus, slow and steady, the wins will come. Slow and steady, yep. You know the story of the turtle and the hare? Thomas, there's a positive energy within the group and great growth can be seen with everyone. Yes, sir. The wins are adding up, right? Week by week. Week by week, day by day. You've seen the power and the momentum that grows and grows. Okay. All right, team. So just a quick training today. We're going to look at some mind stuff, right? Reframing events, like training your mind to deal with any shit that comes your way, right? Overcoming setbacks, overcoming obstacles, and getting out fast with more armed than before. Okay. So the model I'm going to show you today is the drift. This is called. Okay. So what is the drift? Well, let's explain the drift. So this is us, right? This is you. Okay. You're going along. All right. So this is you working on your self habits, right? Your nutrition, everything's going well, right? You're trying to get to this place here, goal. Then something happens. We call this thing that happens an event. Okay, so it could be anything, right? Right, someone says something, someone does something, something happens at work, a car drives out in front of you, you get pissed off. You fall off track, right, with your nutrition, right? Make choices that you didn't want to make. You get pissed, right? Whatever it is, okay? This is what we call an event, okay? This event causes a reaction. Let's see. Thomas, I've had a few of those events in the past few months. Yeah. So these events are always going to happen, right? There's always going to be events, right? This is how life works, right? What's the difference here is the way we react to those events. Okay, so what tends to happen here is we have a reaction to this event that causes us to temporarily drift. So we end up down here into a place called the pit. What happens in the pit? And how long do we stay in the pit? Okay, well, this depends. So what tends to happen in the pit, right? Depending on what happened, right? Like there's all sorts of shit that goes on there, right? You get angry, you get pissed off, you feel guilt, you feel shame, you feel resentment, right? You feel angry towards another person, feel angry towards yourself. Now, these are normal, right? Normal feelings and thoughts to have. However, the longer you stay down in the pit, right, the further away you are from your goal. So we need to get back up here, right? So we need to get ourselves back up and out of the pit and into this place. Like, how long do you stay in the pit, right? This depends, right? Sometimes it's a day, sometimes it's 5 minutes, sometimes it's a year, sometimes it's 5 years, sometimes 10 years, months, right? It can be any length of time. Any length of time. So what we need to understand as well, right, is the pit, there's actually a lot of power inside of this pit. In fact, most of your power will come from here, right? If you were, like, think about it, if you go through life, right, and it was like easy, right? There was no events that triggered you and caused you to spiral out of control. Right? Can you imagine what life would be like, right? But that's not the reality. Right? The reality is we do go in a pit, but also there is reasons why we go there, and there's a lot of power that we can gather from here. Now, there is a reaction that happens, right? So there's two types of reactions. Reaction A, right? You go down to the pit, right? You start feeling sorry for yourself and you stay there. Reaction B, you pull yourself out of the pit, okay? And then there is reaction C, which is the indestructible way, okay? And you find the power in the pit to pull yourself out. So this system is called reframing the event. So let's have a look. So this is the event up here. Okay. The event causes you to drift down into the pit. What if you could reframe the event in a way that would help you? In a way that would allow you to grow and come out of there, come out the other side as a different person, with a different perspective, armed with the tools to keep moving forward, to make progress, okay? Because otherwise, if we don't learn from these events, what happens, right? If we don't learn from these events, the same event will keep recurring, will keep happening time and time again until you learn from it. Like, that's what these events are designed for. It's designed to teach us a lesson, right? And if you don't learn, it keeps repeating itself until you do. So there's a thing called neuroplasticity, right? Neuroplasticity, has anybody heard of this? It's basically rewiring your brain to think differently. Like, if you think about your brain as a muscle, right? And you can actually train your brain to get stronger. You can actually train your brain to create different patterns of thinking, right? So in order to reframe, right, we need to go and look at the event, see what happened, and extract the lesson from this event, okay? So the way we do this is called positive reframing. Positive reframe. Positive reframe. Okay. So up here we have the event. Well, down here we have the pit. Here we have the drift. Here we have the goal. Okay. Inside of this pit, and the lessons are inside of the event. Here. So we go back to the event. We revisit the event. Right? Let's say last week something happened that caused you to spiral. So you go back to last week, revisit the event, okay, and we take it through process of questions. And you can do this in your notepad, you can do this in your journal. Question 1. What happened? What happened? So what happened, right? And basically what you're going to do here in your journal is you're just going to describe the exact event, exactly what happened. Exactly what happened. And the feelings, this is important, the feelings and the thoughts that came up as a result of what happened. So describe event plus thoughts plus feelings. Okay. Question 2. Why is it positive? So question 1, we look back at what happened, describe the thoughts and feelings that came as a result of what happened. Then we take it to step 2, which is we're going to look for the positive, right? Look for the positive. What you're doing here is you're training your mind, because it's easy to see the negatives, right? All the negatives. And by default, that's what we do, right? If you want to create a more positive mindset, you have to train your mind to look for the positives. Like, once you do this often enough, right, it happens by default, right? You've created a new pathway in your brain, right? You've basically rewired your brain to look for the positives, right? Can you think about this? Like, you do this often enough, you've literally created a new way of thinking, like a new way of doing things in life, and nothing will faze you. So why is it positive? Then we go to question 3. What is the lesson? What's the lesson? Okay, so now we are looking for the lesson. What is this event trying to teach me? Then we go to question 4. How can you apply it to your life? Question 4 is, how can you apply this lesson to your life? Now, it can be life in general. It can be in a specific area of your life, right? It can be on your fitness and habits, right? It can be on your relationship. It can be whatever, right? Work. So can you see here, like every day, right? Like we're learning. Not only we're rewiring the brain, but we're also learning lessons. Like we're using what life is bringing to us and learning lessons and growing each time more powerful. And like what happens is you start to bypass these events, right? What you'll find is like this different events start to pop up because you've overcome the initial event. Like remember, if you don't learn the lesson from that event, it's going to keep showing up. It's going to keep showing up, right? So what's happening now? You're going along. Event. Drift into the pit. Here, what you're doing now learn and apply lesson. You're back out of the pit, stronger than before. You're going along. Another event happens. Drift into the pit. Learn. Back out. We go again. Guys, what's your biggest insight here? Takeaway? Thomas, how to get out of the pit as fast as possible. Fergus, when the shit hits the fan, there are positives and lessons to be learned from it. Yes. So it also changes your frame of mind, right? Like going like expecting shit to happen. It's okay, right? It's going to happen instead of trying to avoid it. Thomas, the longer you are on the downward lane, the harder it is to get back on track. Yeah. Yeah. So that's another one, right? Like one I've had to learn is like we're never off track, right? We're actually always on track. But it seems like we're off track. But when you feel like you're off track, or when it seems like you're off track, you're actually on track, because that's where you're going to learn the lesson in order to move forward, right? Don't know if that makes sense. Okay. Guys, good stuff. Now you have the framework. Okay, the indestructible framework to rewire, literally rewire your brain to think more positively, right? To get out of situations fast. So remember this, keep it in your diary, your journal. Put it into practice if you want, right? Like, I did this for like 2 years straight. I was doing this every single day. And it made a massive difference. Okay, so any questions? Any questions? Does anybody want to talk? Anybody need help with anything? I guess all good. Thomas is thinking about it. Shall we open that tin of worms or not? So guys, put this into practice, right, today. Put this into practice in your life. See what you get from it. Thomas says he thinks he's okay today. All right, Thomas, cool. Okay, guys, thank you for jumping on. Hopefully this was helpful. And we'll catch up later on in the week.